Kindly like, subscribe and comment to get daily updates. Dhanvanti VALLABHAJI Gogri Promoter Group disposed 1.80 lakh shares of Aarti Industries worth ₹0 via off-market. Jaya Chandrakant Gogri Promoter Group disposed 25.00 thousand shares of Aarti Industries worth ₹2.91 crore via a market sale. Jaya Chandrakant Gogri Promoter Group acquired 1.80 lakh shares of Aarti Industries worth ₹0 via off-market. Nikhil Holdings Private Limited Promoter Group disposed 22.00 thousand shares of Aarti Industries worth ₹2.41 crore via a market sale. RATANBN Premji Gogri Promoter Group disposed 7.25 thousand shares of Aarti Industries worth ₹87.28 lakh via a market sale. Valiant Organics Limited Promoter Group disposed 30.00 thousand shares of Aarti Industries worth ₹3.43 crore via a market sale. JAVOB Designated Person disposed 1,000 shares of AAVAS Financiers worth ₹14.97 lakh via a market sale. Manoj Kumar Sharma Designated Person disposed 3.50 thousand shares of AAVAS Financiers worth ₹49.50 lakh via a market sale. Naveen Sharma Designated Person disposed 750 shares of AAVAS Financiers worth ₹11.34 lakh via a market sale. Gautam S. Adani and Rajesh S. Adani on behalf of S.B. Adani Family Trust Promoter Group revoked 47.00 thousand shares of ADANI Ports in Special Economic Zone worth ₹1.64 crore via revocation of pledged. Ketan Lalitcha, Director, disposed 51.50 thousand shares of ANUH PHARMA worth ₹2.14 crore via a market sale. Samvigbhai Arvindbhai Lalbhai, Promoter, pledged 2.00 lakh shares of ATUL worth ₹116.80 crore via creation of pledged. Vijendra Singh Shekhawat, Designated Person, disposed 5.00 thousand shares of four small finance bank worth ₹36.60 lakh via a market sale. Dhanvanti VALLABHAJI Gogri Promoter Group disposed 8.98 thousand shares of Aarti Surfactants worth ₹0 via off-market. Jaya Chandrakant Gogri Promoter Group acquired 8.98 thousand shares of Aarti Surfactants worth ₹0 via off-market. Devendra Pal Garg, Director, acquired 500 shares of BANSWARA SYNTEX worth ₹36.83 thousand via market purchase. Mr. Sujati Mukherjee, Designated Person, disposed 6.55 thousand shares of Berger Paints India worth ₹36.78 lakh via a market sale. Bajaj Finserv, Promoter, acquired 750 shares of Bajaj Finance worth ₹75.07 crore via market purchase. Maharashtra Scooters, Promoter Group, acquired 500 shares of Bajaj Finance worth ₹50.05 crore via market purchase. Shri Babu Rao, Designated Person, acquired 4.80 thousand shares of Bajaj Finance worth ₹64.69 lakh via ESOP. Dr. Ranjana Pathak, Designated Person, disposed 3.50 thousand shares of CIPLA worth ₹26.84 lakh via a market sale. Arun Kumar B, Designated Person, disposed 6.00 thousand shares of CreditAccess Grameen worth ₹30.12 lakh via a market sale. Arun Kumar B Revised, Designated Person, disposed 6.00 thousand shares of CreditAccess Grameen worth ₹30.12 lakh via a market sale. VENK18AIKS, Designated Person, disposed 6.00 thousand shares of CreditAccess Grameen worth 36.45 lakh rupees via a market sale. VENK18IKS revised. Designated person, disposed 6.00 thousand shares of CreditAccess Grameen worth 36.45 lakh rupees via a market sale. Mukesh TIRTHTAS Lulla revised. Director, acquired 25.00 thousand shares of D-Link, India, worth 15.53 lakh rupees via market purchase. M. Visweshwar Rao, designated person, disposed 3.55 thousand shares of DIVI'S Laboratories worth 1.15 crore rupees via a market sale. NVV Narasimha Rao, designated person, disposed 1.50 thousand shares of DIVI'S Laboratories worth 48.87 lakh rupees via a market sale. Nimmagadda Venkatanirudh, employee, disposed 19.89 thousand shares of DIVI'S Laboratories worth 6.39 crore rupees via a market sale. Ajit Arvindaksha Menon, designated person, disposed 10.13 thousand shares of Dalmia Bharat worth 78.52 lakh rupees via a market sale. Dr. Arvind Lal, promoter and director, disposed 1.39 lakh shares of Dr. Lal PathLabs worth 25.78 crore rupees via a market sale. Deepak Mittal revised, designated person, pledged 75.00 lakh shares of Edelweiss Financial Services worth 31.11 crore rupees via creation of. Pledged. Deepak Mittal revised, designated person, revoked 75.00 lakh shares of Edelweiss Financial Services worth 31.11 crore rupees via pledged. Released. Godrej Seeds and Genetics, promoter group, acquired 1.68 lakh shares of Godrej Industries worth 6.90 crore rupees via market purchase. Vinay Vattal, designated person, disposed 3.00 thousand shares of Godrej Agrovet worth 14.64 lakh rupees via a market sale. Surya Pavan Kumar Vadapalli, designated person, disposed 2.50 thousand shares of HCL Technologies worth 17.88 lakh rupees via a market sale. Amit Palka, designated person, disposed 4.00 thousand shares of ICICI Bank worth 14.91 lakh rupees via a market sale. Nimesh Shah, designated person, acquired 30.00 thousand shares of ICICI Bank worth 51.01 lakh rupees via ESOS. Mrs. Radha Devendra Pal Garg, immediate relative, acquired 20.00 thousand shares of INDO Industries worth 12.91 lakh rupees via market purchase. Map Auto, promoter, acquired 1.10 lakh shares of JAMNA Auto Industries worth 48.74 lakh rupees via market purchase. Pradeep Singh Johar, promoter, pledged 4.10 lakh shares of JAMNA Auto Industries worth 1.82 crore rupees via creation of pledged. Pradeep Singh Johar, promoter, acquired 100.00 thousand shares of JAMNA Auto Industries worth 44.52 lakh rupees via market purchase. Danta Enterprises Private Limited, promoter group, revoked 14.00 lakh shares of JINDAL Steel and Power worth 31.30 crore rupees via pledged released. Manish Kabandar, other, disposed 5.00 thousand shares of JINDAL Steel and Power worth 11.10 lakh rupees via a market sale. HSSS Investment Holding Private revised, promoter group, acquired 8.83 lakh shares of Jubilant Industries worth 12 crore rupees via allotment. HSSS Investment Holding Private revised, promoter group, disposed 8.83 lakh shares of Jubilant Industries worth 12 crore rupees via conversion of security. KBHB Investment Holding Private revised, promoter group, acquired 2.14 lakh shares of Jubilant Industries worth 2.91 crore rupees via allotment. KBHB Investment Holding Private Revised. Promoter Group disposed 2.14 lakh shares of Jubilant Industries worth 2.91 crore rupees via conversion of security. SSBPB Investment Holding Private Revised. Promoter Group acquired 2.04 lakh shares of Jubilant Industries worth 2.77 crore rupees via allotment. SSBPB Investment Holding Private Revised. Promoter Group disposed 2.04 lakh shares of Jubilant Industries worth 2.77 crore rupees via conversion of security. Nene Jhunjhunwala promoter disposed 25.50 thousand shares of K.M.SUGAR Mills worth 3.14 lakh rupees via a market sale. Farooq Bhai Ghulam Bhai Patel revised. Promoter and director acquired 6.40 thousand shares of K.P.I Global Infrastructure worth 4.06 lakh rupees via market purchase. Ankit Pravinkumar Patel promoter and director acquired 1.00 thousand shares of K.Z.LEASING in finance worth 8.50 thousand rupees via market purchase. Berger employee disposed 5.00 thousand shares of Kotak Mahindra Bank worth 69.48 lakh rupees via a market sale. Janik Desai promoter group disposed 1,000 shares of Kotak Mahindra Bank worth 13.83 lakh rupees via a market sale. Amit Chadha, director, disposed 1,000 shares of L&T Technology Services worth 16.27 lakh rupees via a market sale. Lohia Fiscal Markets Private Limited promoter group acquired 20.40 thousand shares of Lohia Securities worth 6.19 lakh rupees via market purchase. Sarasu Jacob promoter disposed 130 shares of MRF worth 77.34 lakh rupees via a market sale. M. Sapurva Purohit, director, disposed 10.00 lakh shares of music broadcast worth 2.13 crore rupees via a market sale. Central India Industries promoter pledged 76.00 lakh shares of Orient Cement worth 76 lakh rupees via creation of pledged. Shekhawati Investments and Traders promoter revoked 68.75 lakh shares of Orient Cement worth 68.75 lakh rupees via pledged released. Prashant Vargaonkar, designated person, acquired 1.88 thousand shares of Persistent Systems worth 8.30 lakh rupees via ESOP. Prashant Vargaonkar, designated person, disposed 1.88 thousand shares of Persistent Systems worth 19.06 lakh rupees via a market sale. Sandeep Kumar Kalra, director, disposed 20.00 thousand shares of Persistent Systems worth 2.04 crore rupees via a market sale. A.G. Data, designated person, disposed 700 shares of Reliance Industries worth 15.06 lakh rupees via a market sale. Shri Mukesh Ria, promoter group, acquired 1.50 crore shares of Shekhawati Polyan worth 36 lakh rupees via market purchase. Ramakant Inani, promoter group, disposed 2.50 lakh shares of Shilpa Medicare worth 1.20 thousand rupees via market sale. Nitin Bigamane, director, disposed 3.00 thousand shares of TD Power Systems worth 3.89 lakh rupees via market sale. Arindam Chakravarti, designated person, disposed 15.81 thousand shares of TCNS Clothing Co. worth 60.26 lakh rupees via a market sale. SREYASHE Halder, designated person, disposed 7.80 thousand shares of TCNS Clothing Co. worth 29.99 lakh rupees via market sale. Basanta Kumar Mishra, designated person, disposed 3.00 thousand shares of Tech Mahindra worth 22.01 lakh rupees via a market sale. Kshitij Kumar, designated person, disposed 300 shares of Tech Mahindra worth 2.18 lakh rupees via a market sale. Jayalakshmi Venkataraman, promoter, disposed 5.18 thousand shares of Ultramarine and Pigments worth 14.24 lakh rupees via a market sale. S. Narayan, promoter group, disposed 2.05 thousand shares of Ultramarine and Pigments worth 5.62 lakh rupees via a market sale. Sridhar Sundararajan, promoter, disposed 4.73 thousand shares of Ultramarine and Pigments worth 13.01 lakh rupees via a market sale. THIRUMALAI Chemicals Limited, promoter, acquired 10.00 thousand shares of Ultramarine and Pigments worth 27.44 lakh rupees via market purchase. Pilani Investment and Industries Corporation, promoter group, disposed 1.25 lakh shares of Ultratech Cement worth 52.38 crore rupees via a market sale. Anand Agrawal, KMP, disposed 753 shares of V-Mart Retail worth 16.11 lakh rupees via a market sale. Smriti Agrawal, promoter, disposed 5.00 thousand shares of V-Mart Retail worth 1.08 crore rupees via a market sale. Madhu Kapoor revised, promoter, invoked 25.00 lakh shares of Yes Bank worth 4.49 crore rupees via invocation of pledged. Vishal Mahajan revised, designated person, disposed 1.55 lakh shares of Yes Bank worth 1.14 crore rupees via a market sale.